Okay, now shortly we're going to be heading back out in the boat again and checking a few traps, that kind of thing. Now on this one I will be running solo. Rebecca's obviously gone back now, and it appears she had an absolute blast of a time. She had plenty of fish to eat, plenty of crab. We caught some nice catches while she was here, so she got to try many of the fish, even though she has obviously eaten fish in the past. But where she is, I don't think the fish is, well, let's say it's not as fresh as what you're getting straight off the boat here. Now, a question. Would you like to see Rebecca in some of the future videos? Now, I know some of you would already, but if you would, either leave a like or put a comment on your thoughts on this, because we could possibly make this happen if you want to see her in more videos. Now, another thing I wanted to talk to you about and ask your help a little bit on actually is, as you know, the channel's been growing for the last few years. It's been a nice, steady, solid growth rate. And then the other day, all of a sudden it went and it just stopped dead. And when I say stopped dead, it stopped dead in subscribers, and the views are okay. I mean, the views are fine, but they're not really growing anymore. Everything just came to a blinding halt. Now, after looking into it, because it's been quite a few days now and there's still no new subs, which is very unusual, like I say, to go from steady growth to just completely stop. Normally you get either a decline or something happens on your channel, but I mean, literally it stopped. So after looking into it, it seems that the videos almost aren't being publicized by YouTube. Now, I got onto a couple of other fishing channels or YouTubers that I speak to occasionally, and they seem to have suffered a similar fate, where everything seems to have gone and ground to a halt or come very close to it. And one of them was in the mind that the channels are not, YouTube's like clamping down on hunting, fishing and foraging channels because of obviously the fishing, the hunting, probably because in some channels some people get carried away with showing you stuff that doesn't need to be shown, or don't do things maybe in exactly the right way or near to it. And so YouTube, it seems, maybe sort of clamping down these channels. Now, I don't know if they're actually clamping down and stopping the channel, or whether they're just not promoting those channels much anymore because of the aggro maybe they get back. It's probably easier for them not to sort of share them so much or put them up on the recommended bar, and that way it keeps all the sort of people that are anti-fishing and anti-hunting and all the rest of it, it keeps them happier. Like I said, I really don't know. But anyway, we went, like I say, from nice steady growth all the way to just stop, and we haven't grown any more since it stopped dead. It's just like it just went like somebody turned something off and it stopped. Now, what I'm asking for is any of you that have used social media, if you could possibly copy a link of one of the videos. Basically, go onto a video, any video you like, doesn't matter, whichever is your favorite, maybe even the ones with the Rebecca in, and just copy the link at the top and paste it into your social media and post it. This way it'll share the link, and this way I'll be able to see if the channel grows a bit from this, or if it still stays as it is, kind of thing. And that will give me an idea of what's going on, because if I see the growth suddenly sort of comes back through social media, then I know that YouTube for some reason has stopped sharing the videos, and I can get onto them and see exactly what's going on. Because I don't want to jump the gun, because like I say, these things can happen. There might be a glitch in YouTube, like you saw the other day with all Facebook and everything went down. So there could be a glitch like that. Or it could just be that the channel just decided to just stop. I mean, I don't know. But I'd be really interested to see what's exactly going on. So anybody out there who would like to do this and help the channel out, please feel free to do it. And anybody else who wants to sub, go ahead and sub. And that way I can at least see if the sub button's working, because it does feel like that somebody stole the sub button. I don't know. Maybe the sub button doesn't work. Maybe people are clicking and it's not registering or something along those lines. Anyway, let's get back to the fishing today. And like I say, we will be doing more fishing, a little bit more in the boat, because the boat is still down at the moment. Then there'll be hopefully be some shore fishing. There will be foraging as well as the winter. We get into the winter or the new year more so. And maybe we're going to do some prawns, go and get some prawns, that kind of thing as well. On top of that, I do have lots of footage from the boat from the whole year, which I've never done anything with. It's basically just sat on the computer, because I can't put up every day I film. It would be too much to try and get out at that time. I wouldn't have enough time, especially with the new cameras, because new cameras are a lot more work. But anyway, during the winter, I'll edit all this up and we'll put it out and we'll do like a rerun. It'll be the same year, but it'll be different days that I didn't show of fishing, or different fishing trips that I did that I never put up because I jumped over them. Because I always jump videos to keep up to date normally. And we'll probably put one of those a week up, and then the other one will be an up-to-date one with either fishing, foraging, shed stuff, boat stuff, whatever. We'll see where we go with it. And like I say, if you want Rebecca to be in more videos, then we possibly could arrange that. And yeah, we'll do some more videos with her in it, and we'll go out on expeditions and do some daft fishing, which I don't normally do, sort of thing, or haven't done for many years. This is what happens when you put your boat in the car park. You put a block under it, so the water tips back, so that it drains out the back. So there's a drain plug at the back. And somebody moves your boat, doesn't stick it on the block and just leaves it tipped forward, and your boat ends up full of water like this. Now we've got to try and lift it up, drain it, and wait for it to drain. Hopefully the tide doesn't go down. There's a hell of a swell out there, jeez. To say it's calmed down, that is one monster swell. The tide is going down, there's no wind, but there won't be any fishing out today. I thought about popping out fishing, but I think we'll just go and check a couple of pots and get back. Okay, we're back on the boat again after quite a few days, 10 days, I don't know what it's been. All through the nip tides. We had very small tides, we had some big storms. And right now we've got a huge swell still left over. And the tides are starting to spring big now. They're nearly, I think they're 9.8 metres. So I'm going to go and check 3 pots. We've got 3 pots just in the bay. Well, hopefully we've still got 3 pots. They shouldn't have gone anywhere. That's why they're in the bay, because they don't tend to move. Plus, this big swell's only really come now on the big tide, not with the strong wind. So hopefully everything's okay. As you can see, it's quite threatening out there. I was going to go and fish further out, but I mean, the swell is so big out there. It's as bad as having a sort of storm going on out in the deeps. Close in, it's all right. We'll see. We've also got trying out the new jacket because it's been a bit rainy, which might affect your viewing experience. Hopefully not. But got this one. It's a Dial one. It's like a lightweight flotation jacket. This one. It sort of ends short. It's not like the big heavy ones that I normally use. But like I say, we're only going just out here. Probably use this more off the shore in the winter because it'll keep you nice and warm. Plus, there's the added safety if you do end up in the drink. Shows you how rough it's been. The little backup bob on the outer mooring's been ripped off. There was a second float on here, but it wasn't a very big one, but it's got ripped off in the storms. I have a quick trail in the bay with the rods. I mean, I don't expect anything because the water's very murky, but if I put shiny lure on, you never know. Might be a fish lurking around, waiting to grab a bait. Or it could just be a ton of weed lurking to grab a bait. I think it's the weed option that I've got more chance of. But we'll give it a quick go. You never know. I've had some funny instances. I fished out of here one day, came out, put the line out on the downside, and I was just catching non-stop for about half an hour now. There we go. Got a decent fish.
Oh, swell waves coming. Ooh, big wave, big wave. Whoa, that is a big fish, that is a big fish. Got it! Whoa! That was a scary moment. The net sort of snagged itself around itself. But we got it. What a beauty! What a beauty! I left my pliers at home. Typical. Yeah, because I needed to oil them and I didn't do it. Okay then. Look at that beauty. Not as big as the 9-pounder we had, but that's got to be 7, maybe 7 pound, that one. It's a lovely fish though. Absolute beaut. So it's worth coming here. Let's try this little bad boy, the telescopic. Oh, fish had a go at it. There we go, there we go. On the baby rod. Half decent one. Old thin line, so I'm going to have to net him. As you see, the hooks actually come out of it. Also, this is the barbless. I've made that one barbless. There you go. There you go. Nice fish. Probably about 47, maybe, something like that. One out, it's not that big. Got to get hold of the fish because I got to do it by hand. Get the lures out. I don't particularly want them in my hand. Ooh. Always make sure you secure the fish unless you want to have these stuck in your fingers. Like I say, these are barbless, or not barbless, but crushed. There you go. Little one. Little one. Yeehaw! This feels a bit bigger. Definitely bigger. Only just hanging in there on the hook with barbless. That's a nice sized fish, that one. There we go. That's a good size. That's good eating size. Whoa. That one's coming home with me then. I'm moving up well here from the rock. Going to give it another cast while we're here. Got to be careful at the moment, the way the water's surging over these reefs. See how big the wave is that just came in there. Look at that. Jeez. The trouble is that the reef will suddenly surge out the water and you'll get like a white roller. You've got to be a little bit careful. Another big wave coming. Rock a bit. Don't want to be on the end of one of them. It collapses. There's some absolute stonkers coming in waves. Giant one that's coming right at us now. Got to keep my eye on this wave that's coming. Right, we're good. See it here. Watch as it hits that rock over there. Another one behind it as well. There it goes. Right over the top of it. Ooh. One started to collapse out there. Very unnerving when you get waves this big, like sinking tidal waves, these things. Well, not quite, but you know what I mean. I'm going to stop flapping around and get this fish in. Right. Another nice one. Yep. Right, I think we'll call it there. So we're going to do those 2 pots just to see if there's anything in them. Get some bait in them, and then I'm heading home. I didn't really, like I say, I thought about going out further today, but I'm not going to bother because this big swelly wave sort of stuff, and it's a big tide. I don't want to come in late, because if I come in late, there's going to be no water, and I'm going to have to go so far down the beach. I'm not sure how your battery's holding up, but I should really change it. I'll do that now. Giving you a change. I've changed the battery. I've also changed the lens. Give you more of an kind of exploded view. Although they're only just in the bay, they you just couldn't really reach them. Well, you could maybe, but why would you want to go out in that? It's horrendous. Okay, we're going to have to clean them a little bit. Build up weed when they don't get checked. over the top of me or what? There they are. All the way over there. Just some rockfish and a few spiders. Spider crabs. Let that one go because it's fine. This one we'll keep practically. I mean, he's had it. He's practically got no scales left on him, so he won't be any good out there. He'll probably die pretty quick, I would have thought. Right, so that's one. Nothing in it, of course. Nice lobster there. Got a nice one in there. Excellent. A little bit of a gem, that one. There we go. So we've got a nice lobster to take in as well. We've got one more pot to check, the little one, but pleased with that. Well, there you go, it's a successful trip. Considering I was only going to pop out and move the boat out and check these couple of pots, decided to shoot out. Obviously saw a couple of birds. They moved on, but I thought I'd try anyway. And as you saw, we did really well. They had that lovely big one, a few smaller ones. We got a couple for the table, so it's all good. We've also got this for the table. Look at this one. It's this is the one lobster we had. It's not massive, but you can see there. I don't know if you can see that. But the gauge is a good 2 centimeters over, or 1.5, 2 centimeters, something like that, over the legal size. It's from the back of the eye socket, so you're looking about there. So, good lobster, good lobster. I'm very pleased with that. Like I say, very short trip. We've only been out an hour or so, hour and a half, something like that, with the pots. Right, time to get back.